Before we get to the text line, Bob is on the line. Bob, what say you? You are on the Captain Show.
Hey, guys. Hey, you know what concerns me, though, is about this coaching staff is we've had exotic schemes in offense. We see where those three coaches went. Now we're going to get an exotic scheme in defense where, you know, I like the speed. I like the quickness. But you know what? We are lacking the beef. Because from what I'm hearing is 3-3-5 lacks the beef. And, you know, we're going to get pushed around by Michigan. Michigan's the big team. Michigan's the team to beat. They know how to win. They're physical. They're strong. They're fast. They're quick. You know, when they hit you in the mouth. They hit you in the nose. Don't only go blood your nose, blood your mouth. They black and blue you, okay? Nebraska used to be the team where we had the beat. We black and blue you. We hit you in the mouth. We hit you in the nose. We bloody your nose. And, you know, and when it was all said and done, you weren't hurting just for 1 week. You were hurting for 2 weeks or more. And you didn't circle Nebraska on your calendar. The teams X'd it out because they didn't want to play it. That's what we need to get back to start to win. Both offensive and defensive line. Get the beef. And we need the quickness. We also need the speed. But we need the strength. We need the physicality. And we need to black and blue you. And we need to kick your tail. And you don't circle us. You mark us out. And you don't want to play us next year.
Bob,
that's what we need.
Let me ask you a question, Bob. You ready for this question?
Yeah.
We play Colorado. At Colorado, their home opener. What happens?
You know what? The beef beats the flashiness. He's just flashy. We're old school. We came here where the end is going to rise. We're going to kick your tail. But we don't need it. But we're not going to do it if we're exotic. Get back to the old school where we whip your tail.
Bob, before you go, give me one. Okay.
There he goes.
I love Bob, man. That's the B-O-B. Spell it frontwards or backwards. It's still Bob. Appreciate that, Bob. Bob was excited. Excited. Love it. He got you a little juiced up. You all right, Mr. Purdy?
Yeah.
You holding that lip a little harder than you was when we first got up in this piece, man.
Bob said exotic.
We got portal visit.
He said exotic.
Yeah, he said don't be exotic, you know.
Yeah.
You know, if you had an exotic sports car, what would that be? Lamborghini, a Bugatti, all these crazy names.
Yeah.
You know. But if you just had old school American muscle,
It's, Ford F-150. You Ford F-150s up there.
mute yourself. Now, if you said a Raptor or one of those, you know what I'm saying? But you said an F-150, that's American muscle.
I'm not
Whatever car Joe Dirt had, that was American muscle.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I'm talking about beef.
You got Challengers, you got Mustang, you got American muscle. I'm saying that's not that they can beat those exotic cars, but the old school muscles could crash and still keep driving. You crash a Lamborghini, you ain't driving.
A GTO?
You ain't driving. What you mean? Which one?
The old school, like
a Ford GT? No, a Pontiac GTO?
Yeah, the Pontiac GTO.
Maybe. 15, 16 official visitors, right? Transfer portal, guys.
Oh, yeah, this weekend. Huge weekend.
Yeah.
Jeff Sims, starting quarterback from Georgia Tech, coming in. What do you think about that?
Yes, sir.
3-year starter.
How many years he has to play?
2. He's got 3 years to play too, I think.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Because he's got at least 2 years to play. So he can get into the system, figure it out, and he's a quarterback, so he's going to be smart. And he's got time that he's been the leader of the team.
And he's a dual threat. He's ran for over almost 1,200 in his career.
Well, I think Bob is correct, okay? Bob just told y'all we don't need to be exotic. You bet. Where's the beef?
That's right.
Don't make me go get my where's the beef lady. Where's the beef?
Yeah. I mean, we need to start looking at the linemen. That's like Bob said, we need the beef. We need some beef up front on defensive line. We need some beef up front on the offensive line. I wouldn't say rather beef, but medium size on the offensive line. We need just guys who can move and block, and move with the quarterback in our scheme. Or we don't know what scheme we're going to run on offense yet.
Yeah.
So, what is Satterfield more of a three wide out? I mean, what's his main offensive format?
Well, for both of it, it's more pro style, but we'll see kind of what they do. It kind of depends on what quarterback you have. I mean, if you got a guy that could launch it, that's why he's kind of passing the ball around this year. But I think, so I think it'll kind of depend on what he gets.
Are you really up in here with a USC jersey on?
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me right now? Who is
Fight
that?
on.
Who is number 90?
I have no clue.
Oh, turn around. Let's see if it's a name on the back.
Oh, there are no names on the back of the USC jersey.
Really? Where'd you get the jersey from?
The Coliseum. When I went to the spring game and watched Caleb Williams. That's why I'm wearing it, because it's Heisman weekend. Caleb Williams, I saw him make his first USC touchdown pass.
Are they undefeated?
No, they lost
How can
twice.
he win the Heisman?
Because nobody else won it, and he's got the best stats.
What do you mean? Let's not go off stats. Let's go off the best player. Heisman Trophy. See, Heisman Trophy is supposed to be the best player.
Okay, who's the best player?
Not the best stats.
He's the best player.
Yeah, but there's nobody nobody had a Heisman moment. Nobody really took it this year. So sometimes you just got to go with the best stats. Stetson Bennett of Georgia. He's got like 20 touchdown passes.
Is they undefeated?
They're undefeated.
He need to be in the conversation.
He's in the conversation. Max Dugan, who won the Davey O'Brien Award last night.
They got a loss.
Yeah, they do have a loss.
Come on,
not even conference champs. But I suppose neither is Caleb Williams.
Ohio State still?
CJ Stroud. Yeah, CJ Stroud. That's your finalist. That's all of them.
That's tough.
You got to pick out of those guys. Yeah.
I'm going, if I had to go with a guy, I wouldn't even do the Heisman until after the season's completed.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. It's that whole Heisman curse thing, bro. Where, like with Tommy, right? You had, who was it? Eddie George won the Heisman. Tommy won the national championship. Who's the best player?
Yeah.
Will we have won the national championship without Tommy Frazier in 1995, Terrell Farley?
No.
At all. So stop with the shenanigans. The Heisman Trophy is supposed to be for the best player in college football, period. Forget about the stats. The stats don't tell the story of how important whoever this best player is.
But it is a kind of a regular season award. So that's kind of where it gets interesting. Similar to the NFL MVP, all those MVP awards, they're all regular season awards. Certainly, we're going to find out once the playoff expands even. That's going to be interesting when they do the Heisman then, because, I mean, then you're talking about the most important games, all of them in a playoff. So why give out, what? That's going to diminish the Heisman, I think, unless you wait until the final four of the playoffs.
That's true. But I'm just saying, if you really wanted a true best player of college football, you have to wait. You should wait, to me, until after. But, NCAA, you got to do things to bring the money in. See, that's a whole nother genre in itself. But I think it would be more beneficial and not such a big distraction to name these guys all these awards before the bowl game. I like to see it after the bowl game. Then you have a true guy. You have a true guy. Any one of these guys could mess up in the bowl game. Well,
these days the best players aren't playing in the bowl games unless they're in the playoffs. So I don't know about what anymore.
Tim Wolf said exotic car, new Corvette Z06. See, to me, that's American muscle. That's a Chevy. That's a Chevy. But yeah, I like that though.